Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever time of day it is for you. Good day. Welcome to... Wait, is my camera on? Oh, yeah, it is. Anyway, it's been a long while since we played some HSR on here. And, well, 2.4 is out. I don't plan on pulling on the banner. I'm just not interested in those characters. And I already got a physical... I got multiple physical DPSs. I got Argenti. I got Boot Hill. Technically, I got to build Sushan, but let's face it. She is just not able to keep up with the current meta. But I'm not interested in palette swap Neil. The character doesn't interest me. The meta doesn't interest me. So we're just not going to pull. We will do her trial just to check her out. But that's pretty much about it. I'm going to be saving my Jades. But we do have a new story. March has a new path, and I really want to test out March's new path. I did a little bit of pre-farming so we could get her traces. So once we get that path, boom, we just level that stuff up. I don't think I got any good relics for her yet, but you know what? I don't have good relics for any of my characters, so what's new with that? Anyway, that's enough stolen. We're just going to get right into the game, and hopefully the story gets better. The Penacony story from 2.1 to 2.3 has had some terrible storytelling. It has been absolute garbage, and quite honestly, it makes me want to quit the game. Hopefully it improves, but we'll see. So, enough stolen, let's get into it. Hola madre, how you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic night. Yeah, right now we got okay, we received comms from the Zhang Xiao. We gotta go to the Astro Express parlor car, so that's where we're headed to for the next part of the quest. Homecoming War Dance. Let's pop in balloons. Wait. Where's it we gotta go? Hold up. I teleported here because I thought this is where we needed to go. No, this is where we gotta go. Okay, I just started off at a completely wrong spot. Hey, Pom Bomb, what's the matter, Pom Pom? Hey, what's weighing on your mind? For the next adventure, to ensure safety... Oh, okay, yeah, it's just one of the Pom Pom's, you know, bipolar episodes. Did the game freeze up? Oh, it stopped detecting my controller. This only happens on this PC. Never happened on my laptop. And it only happens with Hoyo games. Oh, wait, let's talk about Pom Pom with, his problem real quick. Pom Pom's our buddy. I know it's distracting from the main quest, but we can't leave our boy to hang.
It's still early. Where to now?
If you were an outsider,
Okay,
you should leave.
I'm not gonna bother reading this. Like, we've done this like a million times already. Boom, we got it. Free loot. Now, main story. Doing better, Pom Pom? Alright, cool. Hey, Boot Hill's chillin'. Did I ever get the jades from you?
Sure balls. The synthesizer on this express is lit as fudge.
Watch your language.
Following this synthesizing method, would it turn a bag of trash into treasure?
Trash is treasure. Lit as fudge. If this some new term, it might become a vomit-inducing agent. That's a legit recipe we got.
Huh. Vomit-inducing. Holy forkeroni. So it's a powerful drug. Hey, friend. Can I borrow some trash from the express to synthesize? Might come in handy when bullets get stuck in my throat. Anyway, other than this,
Does he accidentally
synthesizer,
swallow his bullets because he usually
any
just
other
chews on
cool
one?
toys on the express?
Data bank, the phonograph. I'll give you the tour.
Looks like you're prepared to be the express's tour guide. Then, let's not waste any more time and get started.
Hey, okay, so get some free jades from that. Investigate. Please be voice acted. You have an interstellar message. Please check it promptly.
Phew.
What's up, Pom Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going? Soon, the Xianzhou Luofu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the Luofu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony.
We need to get better
Your
internet.
presence
He's
would be
fuzzing
greatly
out.
appreciated.
Well, things are getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and we're already being invited to another special event.
It's been weeks. What are you talking about? Trailblazing is all about having fun. I'm still recovering from the trauma caused by the. It's all about having fun.
Why not think about it this way? Our trailblazing expeditions are turning into blast expeditions, where we eat, drink, and play wherever we go.
Blast? Expedition?
Yeah, wherever we go, we eat, play, and have a blast.
So we should leave March behind to take care of the express?
Hey, that's not what I meant. I'm all for some fun. I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers, like Friday or Saturday.
The Xianzhou Luofu has recently overcome a crisis. By holding the war dance, they're demonstrating to everyone that they've returned to a state of peace and safety.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally safe under the family's protection.
March is becoming paranoid.
No need to worry. The war dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets. It's just a festival to honor the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knights, who fought against the abominations of abundance and protected the Xianzhou ships. Aside from star skiff performances, it's mostly martial contests. Nothing too different from the Taiki and Roboball contest we've seen before.
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably head to Amphorius for refueling.
There's certainly no rush. This trailblazing expedition is quite unique, and the Express needs to be fully stocked and prepared before moving on to the next stop. With Madame Herta's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May, member 81 of the Genius Society. It could earn us some favors before we set off.
We
However,
shouldn't trust her.
it may take a few weeks.
She tried to make a bug.
Aw,
Like a bug
so that
god.
means we're not going to the Luofu.
Being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, March. Since we've been invited, it's only right for the Astral Express to attend the ceremony. So here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Xianzhou Lafu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron Mei and fulfill our promise. Meanwhile, you, March, and Don Hung will represent the Express and attend the war dance.
What do you two think?
Sounds great. Let's split into groups. I want to play with Leviathan fossils too. No, we don't.
I don't hear any objections.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to work to the Xianzhou Lafu.
Right, I gotta change my party. So, I always try to set up the party based on who is involved in the story. I thought it was gonna be the entire Express crew, but Welt and Himiko are bowing out again. But Don Han is gonna be with us. We haven't used him in a long while.
Himiko,
If
you can leave any contingencies to me.
should we max him out? Let's max him out.
Leave the past behind.
Is there
The
anything else we
future
could,
beckons my thoughts.
I'm always low on XP material for this stuff. But we can max this out. We're gonna... I had a dream. I saw a dream on Twitter that we might be getting a new Hunt Path light cone that will be good for March's new path. So I think I'm going to save my XP material. He's good with this for now. This is fine. How's he on speed? His stats aren't bad. His defense is pretty low though, but speed is okay. Crit rate, crit damage is okay. We got all his Eidolons. His ornaments, he could have better ornaments. I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to stress over it. We got him. But the problem is, who do we have for our final slot? Because right now it's just these three. Do we just go into 3? That sounds like a bad idea. Okay. We're not bringing in the general. He did just recently talk to us, but I don't think he's going to be involved in the story. We do know Yan Qing. He's going to be part of March's special event. I don't know if it's a special event or if he's actually part of the story. But we should bring in somebody from the Lofu. You know what? Bring in Ting Young. She's dead. Her ghost is still hanging around. We haven't used it in a long while. There we go. Pom Pom, wake up.
Huh? What's going on? Did something happen? Pom Pom isn't a robot.
Stop making those
Train
sounds.
conductor needs breaks too.
Alright. Welt Yang.
Kalinga Abyss. What does she expect to find there? Current research on the Leviathan merely proves how little we know about such life forms.
That's why geniuses are interested in that field. Science is all about uncovering the unknown.
The conversation between the two adults brims with complex jargon. Have a safe trip, you two.
Don't miss us too much. If I stumble upon some cool Leviathan fossils, I'll bring a few back as souvenirs for you.
Alright, you two.
Himiko really knows how to convince people. Between Leviathan fossils and the war dance, the latter definitely sounds more fun. By the way, Don Hung, this time you'll be taking a stroll with us on the Lafu, right?
And just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Luofu by yourselves? I don't think so. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended, and both the long life and short life species are still feeling uneasy. And that's why Jing Yuan wants to organize the war dance, to show that the Xianzhou Luofu is stable and safe. And since he has extended an invitation, it's only right that I visit my old friend.
Oh, this is
Coming
quick.
back to this place brings back so many memories. You know?
So, here's something for all of you. A poem by March 7th. What memories? Care to spill the details? Let's make fun of March 7th.
Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem. I was just thinking about all the twists and turns we went through when we first arrived on the Xianzhou. This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals. And we didn't have to sneak in through the cargo dock. This trip has been incredibly smooth. Quite unusual, I must say.
Definitely unusual. We're so easily pleased. I actually feel sorry for us. Oh, come on, don't jinx us. I'll say this. I'm just gonna be a jackass.
Such is the fate of us nameless, I suppose.
Hey, it's Yan Qing. Okay. Rocolito, I saw the Skyfaring Commission's notice that the Express has docked in the Zhangshao. Are you guys on the low floor already? Just got to Star Skiff Haven. Quick with the news, eh? I just got to Star Skiff Haven. Yep, fresh off the boat. We're now at Star Skiff Haven. Heh, the General sent me a welcome. I'm sorry. Heh, the General sent me to welcome you all to the Star Skiff Haven. See you in a bit.
Is the Starskiff Haven always this crowded? Oh, there's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yanqing said General Jingyuan sent him to welcome us, but where is he?
Let's wait for him in front of the loom. It's the most prominent landmark on the dock.
Hey, you guys! Hold on a moment.
What is a Pepeshi doing
did they
here?
just call us? Look at their outfits. They're from Penacony, right?
Are you familiar with the Xianzhou Lafu?
We know a little bit about it. What do you need?
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this ship to gather interesting materials for making dream bubbles.
Oh, we just left there. Oh, talk about coincidence.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Luofu?
You've come to the right people.
Exactly. We're Xianzhou experts. Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance. And that's why we're here too.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fighting ring still closed?
I've heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned Luofu fighter jet.
So it's even larger than the regular Star Skiff. So it's even bigger than the Radiant Feldspar.
The Radiant Feldspar is bigger, I guess.
But for now, all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're asking you about some must-see attractions.
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't find on Penacony. Our clients love these kinds of dream bubbles the most.
You're the expert here. Give them some suggestions.
Didn't you just say you were an expert? Okay. Why not visit Arm Alley? Why not visit Foxstroll Garden? Why not visit Scourge Gulch Waterscape? Why not climb to the top of the Ambro Arbor? That's not gonna happen. Star Scourge Waterscape, they're gonna get killed if they go there. The garden, that's not really a tourist place, but they will get to see some ghosts. Orm Alley, I think that's more touristy. There's a lot of shops there.
Good idea. The everyday vibe of the Aurum Alley is a rare find on the planet of festivities.
Everyday vibe. Yeah, our clients have had their fair share of adrenaline-pumping dreamscapes. Maybe something down to earth would touch their hearts.
Thanks for the suggestion. We'll head to the Aurum Alley to gather materials. Maybe we'll run into each other there in a couple of days.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Maybe we should put Yanqing in our party
Really?
then.
Let's go
It's
catch
gonna be
up
weird
with
having
him.
two Hun Pat. Like, Yanqing and Don Han don't really make a great combination, especially when the Harmony MC's the support. It's a terrible team setup, to be honest. See,
Is
that's
my
me.
swordplay good enough to learn from a master like him?
Speed is pretty slow. I normally would give him like a support that would increase his speed, but not this time around. Yeah, we do have him as E1. We screwed up a 50-50 on this guy. We need to get a speed up. Do we have any speed boots I could give him? Herder has it. Let's see. You want to begin. See, he'll gain a 19 speed. That would get him to the 134 mark. Okay, you guys swap for now. I gotta remember to give her back those boots later. Alright.
There you are! Everyone, this way! Hey, everyone! It's been a while.
Well, it doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you.
It's been months.
But Yanqing, are you?
What's up, Miss March?
Your voice changed.
Say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
We've only been away for a few months.
Long time no see, Yanqing. Yeah, you're definitely taller. Cautiously pinch Yanqing's cheeks. Yeah, we're gonna go with the most awkward response here.
Huh? What are you doing?
It might be Sparkle.
Sorry, but after our previous adventures, I've become suspicious of whoever greets us first.
That's surprising that we actually have a voice
You have
now.
to be suspicious around me, too.
I mean, we spoke before,
You
but it's just
know, the last
kinda
time we came to the
sporadically.
Xianzhou, the first person who greeted us was...
I get it. Better safe than sorry.
Seriously, I've never seen the Lafu so lively before.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But seeing the bustling Starskiff Haven, I understand why General Jingyuan chose this time.
What's the point of the two zippers
Yep.
on the throat?
There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who have come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskiff Haven. The Cloud Knights are working hard to keep the security tight. The General said this ceremony would help the Xianzhou Lafu recover from the crisis. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace. By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. The Xianzhou ships, the Zhuming and the Yaoqing, have both sent messengers to offer their blessings.
The Zhangzhou Zuming, the Zhangzhou Yongqing. I'm not going to remember any of these names.
Yeah, the Xianzhou Yaoqing is a major force in hunting down abominations, and is always engaged in conflicts across the cosmos. Although it's a member of the Xianzhou Alliance, I don't know much about it. But Madame Yukong from the Skyfaring Commission mentioned that the Yaoqing always sends back reports of great victories, which is quite impressive. I heard General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is a young and dauntless lady. My peers say that she's like a goddess of war, capable of crushing dozens of abominations with a single punch. I wonder if it's true. If only I could witness her prowess with my own eyes.
By the way, Yanqing, Where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature, but whenever it comes to something he's interested in, you can really see his childish side.
He is like 200 years old. Well, you're pretty much the same in that regard. I'm not gonna call him adorable.
I agree.
The hell?
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
You just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
It's like whatever you fear will happen. It's like whatever you fear will happen happens. You're just as jinx as March. You are being a jerk.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
We'll go with you.
Oh, these are new enemies.
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
Enemies with this mark can enter the Moon Rage state. After enemies use attacks, apply 1 stack of Bloodlust to the enemy units that can trigger Moon Rage. When Bloodlust reaches a certain number of stacks, the unit enters the Moon Rage state. At the same time, a Moon Rage countdown appears on the action order. When the countdown turn begins, the Moon Rage is dispelled across all enemy units. I'm not going to remember all of that. Madre, Padre, try to remind me, please.
Borison? Why are there Borison here? This ends now.
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
Go over you.
Strike with heart.
Up there goes all our skill points. That's the problem with this team. One of the problems with this team.
You can't run!
Wait. Do we
The
have...
truth of
Are you
life
slow?
and death.
Okay, good.
Reveal the sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Take your positions. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
This is a terrible team composition. I just want to
A
point that out.
one-time enemy.
Doesn't matter though. We're still gonna do it.
Blade and flight.
Tough luck running into me! Try that again! Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move!
No interest in conflict.
Nice, frozen.
Stay in step.
Time for swordplay. Strike with heart. Practice is over. Swords descend.
Finish him. 19k on an ult. Acheron does 3 times that amount of damage with his skill. And here's the new character in the banner.
Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat.
You just stole a sword. Alright, we need to heal here. Oh boy. I gotta figure out what to... Okay. We're just gonna heal up real quick. There we go. You know what, let me eat some food. Get some buffs going. I'm gonna need all the help I can get with this kind of party setup. Let's see. We don't need to use anything super expensive. Tiny attack boost. Tiny defense boost. We're gonna need to buy you a new sword, Yanqing.
Wait! My sword! I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now. I need to find out what's going on.
While we appreciate your rescue, my Xianzhou friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
Oh, but this shipment isn't even meant for the Luofu. And it's IPC's patented technology. Who do you think you are to conduct an inspection?
They own this place.
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Luofu must go through inspection.
Oh, but we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were attacked by the Borisons.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a heated dispute that won't lead to a resolution.
So, why do we bother watching that then? You know what, before we continue, because I completely forgot about this. Where is it? No, wait, that's not what I wanted. Here we go. It's been a while since I played HSR, right? Wait, can I unlock this now? The path is the antithesis of the trailblaze. Upon entering, causality inverts, thus revealing the... Okay, this is... Okay. Activating finality's vision will skip prerequisite missions, potentially affecting the story. Okay, I don't want to do that. Aptitude. We're going to check out... What's her name? Young Lee's trial. Let's see what's so special about her. Supposedly, she plays as a stronger version of Clara. They automatically trigger blast counter when attacked, possesses a powerful counter ability that can be activated manually.
Intercepting sword technique.
Okay, her technique is a buff.
Intercepting sword technique.
And just like Clara, I just realized, doesn't wear shoes. She's physical destruction, uses counters, doesn't wear shoes. She's just Clara. And why do we start on her feet? I don't know why. This is weird. Okay, basic attack, skill. Restores the unit's HP and deals minor physical damage to a single enemy and adjacent enemies. Ultimate enters parry and taunts all enemies. When it's very similar to Clara's ultimate. When attacked during this period, triggers powerful counter and deals physical damage to the attacker and adjacent targets, just like Clara. Then deals minor physical damage to a single enemy that bounces 6 times. Okay, an upgrade from Clara. If no counter is triggered during the parry state, deals physical damage to a random enemy target and adjacent targets when parry ends. Talent, when Young Lee gets attacked by the target, additionally regenerates energy and immediately launches counterattack like Clara. Technique, gains the ward effect, less than 20 seconds. During the time upon entering battle, by attacking enemies or receiving an attack, immediately causes cull on a random enemy. Alright.
Descend to Earth! We're in trouble now.
I'm gonna buff it. Alright, use the blast. She's so small, she doesn't have the strength to lift up that sword. She has to like spin it around and chuck it. Where'd the sword go anyway? The enemy attacks in the next turn. Yes, I could tell that. Use the ultimate now. Okay, got it.
Melt! I'm okay. Lead through clouds! Welcome, customers. Yeah! Fight as one!
You know what? Let's pop her ult again. Just cause.
Melt! Descend to earth!
Well, we got an achievement for something.
Slap! Yes, you do!
Get the ult back pretty fast.
Lead through clouds!
Alright, she's just a stronger version of Clara. Well, now we know how she plays.
Please stay tuned. This will strengthen our...
Shift the balance.
We don't know we're going to get into a fight again, and we need all the help we can get.
Who's in
this game.
charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault. We let our guard down for a moment.
The guy on the left looks pretty cool.
I take full responsibility.
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borisin prisoners end up in Starskiff Haven? According to the protocol, Borisin prisoners should be held on a Starskiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground. Who allowed a prisoner transport ship to dock at the passenger terminal?
Please don't blame this, Captain. This incident involves the Zhu Ming's diplomatic vessel.
Who are you?
I'm Lu Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad. Thank you for your help, Lieutenant Yanqing. The situation unfolded rapidly, and it shouldn't be held against the captain. Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin just before arriving, and the Zhu Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue. They fought off the Borisin pirates and imprisoned them on their ship.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisin near the Luofu, and the Zhu Ming envoys saved them? Sounds complicated.
I don't know, kind of simple to me.
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Zhu Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger terminal to hand these criminals over to the Luofu. You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Luofu, the Starskiff lanes are under immense pressure. The Borisin desperados decided to put up a fight before the prisoner transport Starskiff could get there. And that's what you just witnessed.
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see.
Why do we get two different accents
An
from these
unusual
guys?
situation indeed. I'll report it to the security department of the Realm Keeping Commission and ask for their cooperation in handling the aftermath. Maybe I should gather more details from others so that the Seed of Divine Foresight can have a better understanding of the situation.
Cloud Knights calm the crowd, then disperse. And
Oh, you look much mature now, Yanqing.
Please don't tease me, Miss March. The situation on the Xianzhou before the war dance is like a calm lake that can be disturbed by even the smallest pebble, capable of generating far-reaching ripples with even the slightest disturbance.
What are those people? I mean, those monsters we just dealt with?
I know, they're kobolds, right? No, that's not a mean response. This is a dumb response. They said they were Borisons.
Yeah, those werewolf monsters are known as Borisin. They are abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long time. The Borisin have been a powerful force for a long time, plundering and enslaving many worlds. The threat they pose is just as terrible as the Swarm disaster, and the Alliance even had a fierce war with them 3 decades ago. Their presence has faded over the years, but who would have thought?
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near the Shenzhou Luofu. Such a brazen attack seems quite unusual to me.
Yeah, That's what I find strange, too. It seems like the IPC and the Borison have some serious grudges.
Or there might
Well,
have been something
enough
on the
with
ship they wanted.
chit-chat. The General wants me to take you to the Palace of Astrum. I'd love to chit-chat a little longer, but there are some things that can't be left unchecked.
Is it a serious matter? Maybe you'll need our help in hunting down the Borison?
Thank you, but it's no big deal. By the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get it back.
I doubt she did it on purpose.
No, she did it on purpose. So when the Clown Knights get into trouble, they have to call the emergency services too. You go file the report, and I go fetch the popcorn. It's gonna be quite the show.
Don't remind me. I just zoned out for a moment, that's all. Alright, let's not keep the General waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent. It shouldn't be too hard to find her.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
Not suspicious at all. Let's see. So Padre, did you ever use that link I sent you? Find anything of interest. Well, Yanchik's not with us anymore, is he? Oh wait, we gotta go over here. The minimap shows something different. And what is this red dot? Oh, right, that achievement we picked up. Mesandeo. In a single battle, use Yungling's trigger called 3 times. Oh, okay.
It's been a long journey, Elder Huaya. Thank you for your presence.
Don't mention it. Thank you for taking the time to welcome me.
Right, old folks,
General,
we're here.
I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express.
How's everything going, General? I dreamed about you on Pen. I'm not going to tell him that. Did you miss us?
Sure, how couldn't I have? It's not often we find such moments to reunite and enjoy one another's presence.
Since when did he and General Qing Yuan become such good buddies, Dan Heng? They seem to be having a great time.
A lot must have happened without our knowledge. At least, I hope that's the case.
Oh, are we getting jealousy vibes from these two?
Allow me to introduce you to General Hua Yin. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
No need to be so formal.
Are we going to get this guy on a banner?
I'm just a tourist here.
We're finally going to get an
No
old guy
different
with a
from
beard
other
on the banner.
tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Hua Yin is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission. Besides his martial skills, he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents are unique, even among the Arbiter Generals.
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back to duty, and I had no choice but to answer the call. Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
It's an honor to meet you,
General Huayan.
It's my honor to meet you, General Huayan.
Huayan. I will never be able to pronounce that right. Glad to meet you, General.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the Lawfu, same as all of you. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Indeed. There's Don Hung, March 7th, and him. Without their help, I'm afraid the Lawfu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Lawfu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink with you should the chance present itself.
You're more than welcome, General Huayan.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Lawfu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all kinds of
He
challenges.
is the Sword Master, right? Or Sword King, or Sword something. I forget
It's
what it's
a
called
real
here.
treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yun Li.
It's you! Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other?
Why does she have a nasally
Guess we don't
sound?
need any introductions then.
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Oh? Now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me, how did you two become acquainted?
She helped me capture the escaped Borison prisoners at the Starskiff Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag. Turns out it's yours.
Yes, it is. Now that we've met again, I hope...
Nope, that won't do.
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Juming, when you lose your sword on the battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield. As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borison prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string, and it missed its target. By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borison prisoner would have gotten away.
Hold on a sec, Yun Li. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
So much for Lawfu sword masters.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back to you like it's nothing. In front of everyone. With all due respect, you don't honor your sword, so you don't deserve it.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel right now.
Dude, Yanqing, you've never been to Premier
Yanqing.
DPS.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful. Because I'm not as easy to handle as the Borison.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yanqing.
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay and craftsmanship, most notably the legendary Flame Wheel Octet. Seeing Miss Yun Li, who is among those ranks today, well, I must say she definitely has that fiery edge.
Such grandiose names. Some folks love to spin these fancy titles, trying to set the Cloud Knights apart. Yoon Lee is still just a young girl, a bit awkward and hot-tempered. So please forgive her if she's being rude.
Well, everyone, Elder Huayan and I have some business to discuss. For now, Yang Qing, why don't you entertain our guests and take Miss Yoon Lee to the inn? I'll find another chance to talk with you all. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Astral Express.
Are we gonna have to deal with two bratty kids talking back and forth? Or arguing
That's so
back and
kind
forth?
of you. I mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
You needn't apologize, General Huayan.
All right, Yoon Lee. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yanqing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn just yet. I want to visit Lingsha. She just arrived in the Luofu and could use some help settling in.
Yang Qing, once you've
Is
helped our
Lingsha
guests
gonna
get
be?
settled,
Is she the abundance character
go
in
to
the
the
next banner?
Artisanship Commission for me. I've heard about the attack and the detainment of the IPC ship. Qingzu sent word that the IPC members are protesting and wish to have their cargo back. See if you can calm them down. Don't get aggressive. Just make it clear that the Xianzhou Luofu has no intention of violating their rights.
I'm on it.
I thought I saw something sparkling back here. Wait, what? Hello, mister. I'm standing right here. How dare you? This is the Palace of Ostrom, the private hub of the Skyrim Commission. Don't want to last. Okay, I'm not going to keep reading. But that's where the chest is. This is part of the. This is part of the way to Trailblaze. The way to Trailblaze. That makes sense. I heard the Express is running around in the cosmos again. So you're the one in the Nameless then. I know exactly what people like you are up to. Wherever you go, you just can't refrain from wandering about. Kicking down doors and snooping. I wish I could kick down doors in this game, won't let you. And snooping around regardless of whether the host has invited you in or not. Your greatest enemy is a locked chest, and so you can't open it. You'll lose sleep wondering what's inside. Not even a trash can is safe from your prying eyes. With any living thing you meet, you'll try to strike up a conversation about anything. And okay, I don't need to hear this trash talk from you. If you ask me, what the most terrifying threat of the universe is, got to be the insatiable curiosity. Okay, we're just hurry up. Hey, go easy on me. The man suddenly falls silent as he buries his memories deep within the shadow of his furrowed brows. I was bristling with excitement of adventure, just like you. Open up any old chest. Okay, so this guy took an arrow to the knee. Now he can't be an adventurer anymore. The laws of the forest dictate that. Okay, I don't want to keep reading this. Although my physical. Okay, this is boring. I'll keep an eye on you to help prevent. No, I'm gonna open up the chest. It won't let me open the chest. Fine, whatever.
I'm sorry for Yang Qing's rudeness.
Not at all. Taunted by Yoon Lee like that, even a training dummy would be angry. You've taught your apprentice well. If it were me in my younger days, I'm afraid I'd have drawn my sword and fought. Yanqing can understand your concerns. On the other hand, Yoon Lee is still a naive girl who's only interested in swordplay. Honestly, I brought her here to participate in the war dance because I want to broaden her horizons.
This trip is totally worth it. Compared to the Juming, the Luofu is so much livelier. But it's a shame the Luofu sword masters don't seem that great.
Glad to meet you, Miss Jungli. What's the flame wheel octet? The general spoke up. Well, nice to meet you.
Glad to meet you too. Are you here to participate in the war dance?
Not just to watch. I'm just a tourist attending the ceremony. Can outsiders participate in the war dance as well?
Of course. To honor martial arts, the Cloud Knight's ring is always open to outsiders. If you can defeat the ringmaster selected by the Xianzhou, you'll not only win rewards and prizes, but also be making a name for yourself. Sounds tempting, doesn't it?
What's it about the flame wheel?
That's how outsiders refer to my peers in the Juming Cloud Knights and the Artisanship Commission. We all train under Grandpa's guidance, learning the art of craftsmanship and swordplay. That's how we got that title, I guess. Just don't mention it in front of Grandpa. He always says that empty titles bring pointless challenges and conflicts. We Juming sword masters pride ourselves on the success of the group over the individual.
Aren't you coming with us?
I have some things to do. Besides, little Yanqing doesn't seem too happy about me tagging along.
He shouldn't have said you stole his sword. But you did take his sword.
Yeah, you're right. I took it with my skills. So I guess you can say I'm a robber or something. How dare he imply I'm a thief? Totally different. Besides, the sword seems scared of its own master. I'd like to ask him, you claim to cherish your sword as your life, yet you don't even recognize the state it's in right now? I didn't intend to keep his sword. I was planning to take this chance to return it to him. But now, I've changed my mind. I'll give that poor flying sword some proper maintenance. I won't consider returning the sword unless he learns how to say please, hello, thank you, and sorry. So he can forget about it for now.
She's awfully high and mighty about herself. You scratch your head, feeling a tingling sensation on your scalp as at the thought of the impending troubles Yanqing will face. While you're distracted, the young girl has already wandered off on her own, her whereabouts unknown.
Hey, Don Hung. I thought all the Xianzhou generals were like Jing Yuan. But that General Huaiyan, he looks so thin and scraggy, as if even a light breeze would knock him over. Is that old man really an Arbiter, General?
Well, each Xianzhou ship has its own division and specialty within the Alliance. Not all of the Arbiter Generals are good at leading the charge. You heard what Jing Yuan said, right? General Huaiyan was once the head of all the skilled craftsmen on the Juming.
There appears to be more than meets the eye. Why does he look so old? Perhaps he's a robot.
Oh, like Madame Herta. That would make sense. Anyway, it's really weird for a Xianzhou native to look so old.
Good question. He's right there. So why don't you ask him yourself?
Nah, I'd like to live a little longer.
We should leave. General Jing Yuan asked Yanqing to entertain us, so obviously, he has important matters to discuss. Let's not waste any time here.
This is the report Qingzu just sent me. Let me take a look. Looks like the general has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to try and help put the IPC's mind at ease.
Is this some kind of test for the general?
Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only learn the art of war and martial arts, but also occasionally have to handle diplomatic disputes. It's just, you know, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield. This is especially true when you're up against the IPC, with their non-stop corporate babble. Well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take you to the inn?
Let's go. After watching Yanqing and the others leave,
It is the Lawfu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the marshal?
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no ulterior motives. However, I have no clue what the Yaoqing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. And one day, they'll eventually catch up to you. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Lawfu.
I can't stop looking at that
Merlin's
chest.
claw of the Yaoqing. She has come specifically for you. Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Huayan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
And who is this?
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to.
I've seen
and
pics of
simply
this
disappeared.
guy. I don't know what his deal is, though.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead. What does she mean? Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape. I believe she went there to enjoy it.
I thought she was going to be drinking like bubble tea or something.
Spectacular view?
Or boba tea.
Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huayan. I was simply stating the truth. Master thought it would be inappropriate to keep you waiting, so she sent us here. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Zhao Qi, is he going to be that artist, abundance character? Who people are claiming is like a stronger version of
Forgot to
Gallagher?
ask Yun Li to return my sword.
I'll go get it back for you. I don't think you ever get your sword back.
Unacceptable. Every sword is precious to me. If it weren't for the General's interference, I would have taught that shameless girl a lesson in swordplay. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the General seemed a little reserved. Could it be because of Elder Huayan's visit?
Reserved? Really?
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Zhu Ming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yaoqing must be the Merlin's Claw herself, I presume.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an invitation from Jing Yuan, just like the crew, right?
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou ships here. I'm afraid they're here for something more. Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Luofu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains, creating an endless source of potential complications.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the Plague Mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the Luofu?
I'm starting to zone out here. Can we hurry up and get on with the plot?
Once the spark of suspicion is kindled, it proves hard to extinguish.
We can vouch for Jing Yuan, though. No wonder we were called back for the ceremony.
What was I thinking? Seriously, here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip. But it seems wherever we go, drama is just around the corner.
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony. By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Juming diplomatic ship has arrived. And rumors say that she's to be the new Cauldron Master of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
An alchemist from the Juming serving as the Cauldron Master on the Luofu? While it's not unheard of, the timing itself...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now, but I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the General, it's not like you can do anything. Did I say something wrong? Again?
You're a real master of conversation. Please, March, let's keep quiet. Let's do the sarcastic one.
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission to handle the IPC's protest.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone. Why don't we accompany you to the Artisanship Commission?
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness, dealing with the IPC's workers could be tricky. I'm afraid this will cause trouble for the Express.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard of the 10 Stone Hearts? We've dealt with quite a few of them, right?
Murdered at least one. Drag all you want, but don't drag me into this. You're a real master of conversation. Stop. I don't want to end up in the IPC. You know what? I don't care. You get a little burn for like. Drag all you want, but don't drag me into this.
Hey, who's bragging? Anyway, this time it'll just be a few ordinary IPC workers. Surely you don't think they'll be even trickier than Aventurine, do you?
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness. Let's head to the Artisanship Commission and meet them.
Which way we're going? We'll just teleport. I'm sure we didn't miss anything.
Can I really reason with you Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
But I am trying to reason with you here.
I want to make sure we don't skip dialogue.
Ugh, that toxic voice sounds familiar. Haven't I heard it before in Arum Alley?
Oh wait, is he part of the...
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with the Skyfaring Commission. I can handle your unreasonable ways.
What was it?
But straight up snatching IPC cargo? Isn't that going a bit too far?
What was Sushan's special quest in
Just
Orem
as I've
Alley?
said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way. Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance.
You don't get a choice. This ain't your
Keep detaining
territory.
my cargo, and I'll file a complaint directly with your general.
Go ahead, you do that. We're still gonna check it out. What's all this arguing about? Scoot, what are you doing here? Did I just hear a dog barking? Right, we made him bark like a dog in the last quest he was in.
You jerk! Who are you calling a dog? Wait, why are you here? You're staying on the Cienjo, are you? What terrible luck! Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
I heard you're in trouble. I'm here to help Yanqing sort out the trouble caused by the IPC.
Trouble caused by the IPC? I'd say it's caused by the Skyfaring Commission.
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. I was sent here to deal with the IPC protest, Miss Shikwe. What's going on here?
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard him mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Lafu before? Why did you come back?
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology!
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Lafu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again.
Who's this?
How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
Ziku?
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
It's not another swarm bug, is it?
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further inspection,
Could've
there
sworn
is
her
no
voice
way
was
for the
different earlier.
Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
Oh, really? Fine. If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulations.
This This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade. Honestly, I really don't want to have a vicious confrontation with the IPC.
Well, I know a thing or two about convincing Mr. Scott. Leave it to me, I'm an expert negotiator. Let's say the first one.
I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
You can bark all you want. It's not going to change anything. Oh, we actually got a minigame. Okay. At the end of negotiation, if your morale is higher than or equal to your opponent's, it is considered a successful negotiation. Otherwise, it is deemed a failure. During the negotiation process, if either party's morale drops to 0, the negotiation immediately ends. Your negotiation choices will lead to different outcomes, which can either increase or decrease your morale. As you make choices, the negotiation progresses until the number of negotiation rounds drop to 0, at which point the negotiation ends. During your negotiation turn, you can use negotiation strategies to apply various negotiation techniques to help you succeed. Here you can view your opponent's information. If you're unsure what to choose, press to view.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent. Let's use that against him.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Cienjo Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
Make proposal from the legal perspective. Start by making him feel uncomfortable. Use Yanqing's identity to intimidate him. Remind him of his past embarrassments. Okay, here's the thing. He's talking about intellectual property. Like the Zhangzhou won't infringe on it. Inspecting the cargo does not infringe on the patent. It's only if they use the patent. That's where the infringement is. Simply, inspecting it doesn't infringe on that. But we don't really have an option here to talk specifically about that. Let's see what is this? Emotional trigger, smoke and mirrors. Skip this round of negotiation. Double the results of the round negotiation. Okay, no, we're not going to use any of those. One of the representatives of the taught him that he has to abide by the rules, at least on the surface. Speaking of regulation, as I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he seems to follow the rules. So, try to intimidate him. I mean, it's either the top one or the third one. I'm gonna go to the third one.
Back in Arum Alley, you were dealing with civilian merchants, where you could use the IPC's name to scare them. But this time, the Cloud Knight Lieutenant standing before you represents the will of Luofu's general, and won't be intimidated by your words.
Of course. I'm sure we both want a peaceful resolution.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, I want things to be resolved peacefully, but aren't we getting stuck in rigid formalities here? Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable, beyond your wildest imagination. If anything goes wrong, you won't be able to pay for it even with your lives.
Just skip the reasoning part and resort to good old violence. Assure him that you will proceed with caution. He's not going to listen to that. Pay you compensation. You wish. That's not going to work. The Skyfaring Commission can pay compensation. Go to results. Skip. Return to the previous round of. We don't need to return. is either the top or the bottom. We're gonna go with violence.
Oh, I've got a brilliant idea. I'll just smash everything with my bat, and then you can hire someone to assess the damage. And that way, your cargo won't need any inspection, right?
That's not the kind of violence I was thinking.
Calm down. The General wants us to handle this peacefully.
So, this is the great idea you came up with? Fine. Why don't you just step over my lifeless body? Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the cargo, shouldn't you at least call in a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
I want to go back. Previous round.
Could you repeat that? I didn't quite hear you.
We'll go with the last one.
Can you give us an exact amount, Mr. Scott? If there's any damage after the inspection, the Express, the Skyfaring Commission will compensate you.
The Skyfaring Commission. Yeah, they will compensate you, provided a detailed report of the damage is submitted.
I don't doubt the financial strength of the Skyfaring Commission. However, this is not just about money. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the cargo, shouldn't you at least call in a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
Could we get Dr. Ratio over here? Show him your extensive connections. It's time to escalate the issue. Try to resolve this according to Zhangxiao's regulations. Try to resolve this according to IPC regulations. I'm thinking the first one.
I'm pretty tight with Dr. Ratio from the Intelligentsia Guild. Almost like family. Doesn't that make me practically a member of the Intelligentsia Guild too?
That's not what I thought he was going to say.
What's all this nonsense? Even if you were married to him, you still couldn't represent the Intelligentsia Guild.
I thought I was going to use the connection thing, like I could just call him.
We both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the Xianzhou operate, right? As an IPC worker, I have to abide by its regulations. If I make an exception and allow you to inspect the cargo, it'll spell disaster for me.
We're gonna go back.
Could you?
Okay, that's the last strategy we got. So time to escalate the issue. Try to resolve this according to the Zhangxiao regulations, IPC regulations. I don't think he cares about the Zhangxiao regulations, but he does care about the IPC regulations.
Since the Intelligentsia Guild entrusted the cargo to the IPC for transportation, it's the IPC's responsibility to ensure its safety, right? Why would you need a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
Let me tell you something. As stated in Article 17 of the IPC's Building Material Logistics Department Transport Agreement Law, subsequent to the dispatch of goods and during their transit, all risks, save for those pertaining to the transportation safety, shall be the sole liability of the consignor. Well, we only protect the integrity of the goods and prevent anyone with ill intentions from getting their hands on them, for example.
Alright, that was the wrong one.
As for whether the cargo itself poses a security threat to the destination, that's not our responsibility. It appears we have reached an area beyond your expertise, doesn't it? The complexity of legal studies are indeed challenging. We both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the Xianzhou operate, right? As an IPC worker, I have to abide by its regulations. If I make an exception and allow you to inspect the cargo, it'll spell disaster for me.
Zhangxiao people are just following their own rules. Try to bribe. No, that's not gonna work. Talk about his unpromising career perspectives. Swallow your pride, and we're not doing that. So either the first or third. I don't think the first one's going to work because that seems to be like more reasoning and he's not going to listen to that. And he seems to believe that the IPC rules supersede the Zhangxiao rules. So we'll go with the third one.
I understand that you're trying to stick to the IPC regulations, and that's commendable, Mr. Scott. But what you fail to see is that this argument is tarnishing the IPC's reputation on the Xianzhou. If this conflict with the Skyfaring Commission escalates, they won't just make things difficult for your business, but it'll also have an impact on your career down the line.
Of course, I never wanted conflict with the Xianzhou. Like I said, all I wanted was to retrieve the cargo and be done with it, but they just refused to let us go.
We barely succeeded.
Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case. Fine, I'll allow you to do the security inspection. It's just that, I need some time to sort things out. This is a big deal. Let me talk to headquarters first.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for time and planning to leave the Xianzhou as soon as your ship is repaired? To avoid the Skyfaring Commission's inspection?
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go, as long as they don't break any laws.
Yeah, you've got some insight there. Who are you again?
Wait, who is this?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Lawfu.
What's the matter with your feet?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Zhuming.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms.
So what's happening to her hands?
It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came myself. It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Wait a minute!
What is she planning?
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped that altercation just now. Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo. According to the import and export regulations signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires. Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised?
Well, these people live for thousands of
You're
years,
still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr. Scott...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right?
Sorry for the trouble. Thanks, bro. At least you wised up for once.
Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Just get
I
on
think
with
you're
the
talking about
inspection.
Sushan, right?
Don't act all chummy with me now that you've got your way.
This lady is really something else.
Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Is that a robo-dog? Thank goodness to get some buffs. When an ally is inflicted with Terror Grip, attacking the caster of Terror Grip once can dispel Terror Grip. When Terror Grip ends, if the caster of Terror Grip is not attacked or dispelled, is not attacked to dispel Terror Grip, then the affected ally will fall in the terrified state and be unable to perform actions.
Oh, how unexpected. That was a surprise.
Time to test our rapport. Let's improvise.
Time for swordplay. Blade and flight.
Got him slowed down. I was going to put the shield on Yan Qing, but if I put the shield on Don Han, he's going to get a bonus to his ult damage. But it's not really going to be that big of a bonus.
The truth of life in this sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
My turn. Here.
Take your positions.
A one-time enemy.
The mood is set. Let the show begin.
I don't think I got any break effect built on Yan Qing.
Strike with heart.
Tough luck running into me.
Fighting is meaningless.
How many can you block? Blade and flight. Practice is over. Swords descend.
Do some decent damage here. Okay, that's play. How the shields looking? Her shield's gonna drop, but that's fine. Need skill points.
I've no interest in conflict.
Stay in step.
This should finish it.
Dreams do come true.
Easy peasy.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving. I swear on the Amber Lord.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guests to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. Just like the craftsman feared.
So is there a
Can't
doggo
even tell
inside
if
that
it's
machine?
ingenium or biological in nature.
What do you say to that?
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
I'll take some
There's a brain in
samples
there?
for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology? Perhaps they're trying to create a new weapon?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borisin attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. According to our rules, All prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the Luofu. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge.
After a while, everyone disperses and goes their own way.
I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss Linksha.
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yanqing to be so...
Young, cute, miniature.
Huh? As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Luofu from that crisis. It's so impressive.
It wasn't a big deal. Really.
It's still early, so why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right?
Let's see. What is Telewater right over there? I don't know if there's anybody to talk to there. What time is it? Okay, I still got plenty of time. I don't know how long this story mission is going to be.
I'm here to pay my respects.
Wait.
Please stay tuned.
Let's get our buffs.
This will strengthen
Just in
our
case.
position.
Shift the balance.
And you know, we're going to need some food too. We cannot take the chance. Yeah, we'll go with the break effect buff. That's a defense buff. Yeah, let's give Yanqing a little bit of energy. Where's those drinks? Here we go. Alright.
All these years, and the view at the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit. The tides come and go, but the ancient sea remains the same. For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
Geez, Vidyadhara?
You're a Luofu native, Miss Linksha?
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything changes, but somehow remains familiar. Just like you, Dan Heng, I traveled far from home, and now I've returned. Seeing the familiar scenery brings back a hint
I
of
wouldn't really
nostalgia.
say just like him if
The
with
view
way
here
he
would be
left.
even better without the Ambrosial Arbor.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the Ambrosial Arbor has been reborn, it's only natural for everyone to feel uneasy.
Well, once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit. In my humble opinion, the rebirth of the Ambrosial Arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality.
Why such a serious topic all of a sudden? Why can't we can't just make wild speculations about these things, Miss Lingsha? I thought we were here to have some tea, but where's the tea?
My bad. Well, since you went through the entire Ambrosial Arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Heng and Lieutenant Yanqing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Linksha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission. Honestly, The Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy, but I do have a piece of advice, Miss Lingsha.
So what specifically is this garage?
The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Lingsha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insights. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the Arbor to the Vidyadhara. However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Luofu.
Still not as bad as the Penacony yapping.
And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself. Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
I'll be honest, I was like half paying attention to that yapping she was doing. I just know that
you're back!
Jing Yuan did something she
I've
didn't
been waiting
like.
ages for you! Yunli! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Yanqing.
What a small world. You stole my sword! Give it back!
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
You ran into us.
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who lost focus.
And then you took the sword.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming. But you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours. You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon, yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story.
Poor flying sword. Fine! You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it back myself!
Maybe I should call it General. Oh, to be young and at the whim of impulse. So is this the war dance? I'm gonna go with this one.
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? Don't get me wrong, I'm just curious.
One's a limited 5-star, and one's a 5-star who's never been meta.
Get ready to separate them.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagined celebrating it.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right? I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other?
Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out.
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going?
Yeah, let's go. Let's hurry up and do something.
Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus
And ever
were
since Pentagon,
eradicated,
the dialogue's just
their
been getting worse.
experimental abominations have been festering here. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?
Wait, is this going to be like a legit, but a competition or what?
Ugh. Looks like my. Let me say it again. Come on, be careful when you draw your swords. And
Oh, okay. I thought we actually had to talk to her. Oh, wait, there we go. When Yunli takes action, she will use attacks to defeat the enemy first. The number of enemies defeated by Yangqing and Yunli is recorded here. What if somebody on my team other than Yangqing actually kills him?
Don't miss the best timing for an attack.
gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
Freeze him.
Dreams do come true.
Time for swordplay.
The mood is set. Let the show begin.
Gonna break this guy. Get the buff. Be easy to murder this guy. Let's go with this guy. Nope, let's go with this guy.
Swords descend!
Should be big. It wasn't big at all. It was pretty pathetic.
Too late to repent.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to his sword to actually have some skill.
It's but the vision.
Well, it's really it's Don Han that got the 2 kills. We need skill point.
My turn.
Let's see. Shield March.
Here. Try that again. Through clouds.
You've got style with those moves.
Oh, she killed
But you're
all
not
of them.
striking where it counts. It's such a shame to see you misuse your sword like that.
Strike apart.
It's a terrible team for Yanqing. Or this one.
You're annoying. You can't run. Try that again. Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
Break him.
Too late to repent.
Harmony MC is going to do a lot more damage, so he's going to need a skill point.
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
And you know, we're going to use this ult
The
anyway.
truth of life and death.
I don't think any of them are
revealed
slow,
in an
right?
instant.
Nah.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Bladed flight.
Alright. Gonna hold somebody else. Should wipe him out.
Swords descend. Told you I could fight.
You're at least gonna wipe them all out. I don't think March is gonna kill this guy. Oh, good. Okay, cool.
Through clouds.
Fighting is meaningless.
Alright, we're even. Let's see. EMC might be able to take this guy out. Or break him at least. Let's see, pop his ult.
Mood is set. Let the show begin.
Yeah, when I have like such a bad team, I actually need to use my brain to try to make things work out.
Let's improvise.
Time for swordplay.
It's not gonna break him.
Strike
Might freeze him if we got to follow. I mean, we didn't.
You're annoying.
Let's see. Don on could break him. Yeah, we go.
Did the rhythm get messed up?
Sorry, Yanqing, you're not gonna get your skill.
Dreams do come true.
Try that again. Through clouds.
I think our shield's gonna drop. But we need skill point. See.
Gotta try
Might be able to
hard.
freeze them all.
Watch this awesome move.
Yeah.
Too late to repent. The truth
Let's see
of
if this
life and
finishes him.
death. The sanctuary is but
Get
a
the break,
vision.
super break, and it's...
Did the rhythm get messed up?
Not on, you're so weak.
How many can you block? Strike apart.
Too late to repent.
Kill him.
My turn.
The mood is set. Let the show begin.
Bring back super break. Let's see. Yanqing, you don't need your skill point.
Let's improvise.
I win, Miss Yun Li.
You got lucky.
Why Why don't you just give me back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa?
Yeah, you don't need to rub it in, Yanqing.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword, as I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
How many swords does he have? And who is this? Oh, she's a
Well fought, my young
the
friends.
general to other ship.
However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the Lawfu is never short of surprises. However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dance's ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and I, we were just sparring.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady? Fei Xiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you're...
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Lawfu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the great general. Known to all, and unbeknown to none.
Great General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lawfu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
What is your path? I might pull on her banner.
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive.
Hopefully
Now
a
that
wind
the sparring
DPS.
session
That's the
is
one thing I
over,
don't have.
Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Xiao. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jingyuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Thanks for stepping in, General Feixiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the Seat of Divine Foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll
Yeah, you grab the
excuse
swords
me,
with your
I need to
fingertips.
find a spot and get some fresh air.
A moment later, Feixiao did something. I'm not even sure if I said her name right.
Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Luofu is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Luofu could be in a world of chaos.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two generals?
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway, this is how I operate in battle, so you might as well get used to it.
Are you treating General Jing Yuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
So not even the famed healer lady could help?
She's not that great of a healer.
Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Well, life and death, Zhao Zhou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
What?
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend, I've not seen for quite a long time.
Meanwhile, Yanqing and Gokolito returned home.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? Oh, she's so awesome. I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
Well, she caught the attack.
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace. It almost makes me want to learn Xianzhou swordplay. You think so too, right?
Yep, those moves are fabulous. That general is totally something else. Oh, yeah, Xianzhou swordplay is really good. Like, really, really good.
Can't you put a little more enthusiasm into it?
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled sword masters out there,
there's a bunch of adults beating up on him
General
past few
Fei Xiao's
patches.
skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most challengers.
He did lose against
I
you too.
see. Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng. By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jingyuan wants to invite all of you to the Seat of Divine Foresight. He has something important to discuss.
Something important?
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yaoqing and the Juming.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
Alright, we'll deal with those achievements later. Wait. I was trying to teleport, it won't let me.
Need your extractor cleaned or your star skiff serviced? Look no further.
Did that guy always have voice lines? Does that random NPC there? It's been a while since I've been walking around here.
What is your purpose for entering the Seat of Divine Foresight?
Nope, just quiet. Let me go. That's right, wait, there was a teleporter here.
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huaya. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you. These three braved great dangers, accompanying me into perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Fantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please, feel free to ask us.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yuchue for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Luofu to you.
He is still disappointed in DPS though.
Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yuchue from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others. But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No. I am too.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Laofu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Xiao's questioning.
What does that mean? Since it's the Marshal's orders, do we need to step aside?
No need for that. You're all important witnesses. The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony, and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Fei Xiao's? And whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Fei Xiao will be the one asking the questions. To be honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance.
Before I check that out, where's that chest? No, really, where'd that chest go? I thought it was over here. Or was it in a different room? I don't remember. Are you really just going to ignore us, kid? Okay.
Yes, it's this case right here.
The case gleams with muted luster. Wait. Crafted from the material neither wood nor metal. Its surface is a plastic. Okay. Its surface is masterfully woven with metallic thread. I just said it wasn't metal. Metallic threads outlining an intricate pattern of lotus flowers.
There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Laofu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Laofu would be the Ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the Ringmaster?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside.
Is it going to be the dual blade Smart is going to use when she transforms?
But this sword represents the pinnacle of the Zhuming's craftsmanship. It has a legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands. Tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words. Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now. I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a sword. And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yanqing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Lawfu as the ringmaster. So it seems like a perfect gift for him.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Huayan.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yanqing.
She totally can.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah, and even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Juming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be him.
Looks like Fexio was right. It'll be either death or disaster when with these two clash.
Not to be rude or anything, we've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Quiet down. We have other guests here.
No matter how much the story or the Lord
prepared
tries
this
to paint
sword to add some
Yanqing
excitement
as a
to the
great sword
ceremony,
master,
not to have you two squabble.
he's
It's
not very
a
good.
good look for the Alliance. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one
not
winner
good.
and one
Not-
loser.
he's not
in the
very
ring,
good. He's just not good.
which could lead to hard feelings. Actually, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together. I want you to take on an apprentice who will take part in the war dance and win at least one match.
March?
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair and prowess.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is, whom should the two of them take as an apprentice?
March, raise your hand.
Huh? Who? Wait, me?
You said you wanted to learn.
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
Oh, wait. Are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so embarrassing.
Why don't you choose Don Han? Why don't you choose me? Just accept your fate, March.
Isn't this a perfect chance for you? I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Yeah, I did say that. But this is all happening so quickly, don't you think?
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped. The war dance is the perfect opportunity to see what heights she can reach.
I appreciate your kind words, General Huayan. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that make it hard to catch people off guard during the war dance?
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be? Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yang Qing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
Huh. So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even confident to teach, why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yang Qing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years.
Hey Cameron, welcome to the stream.
It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Looks like we're finally
Now
going to
that
get the
Yang
March
Qing has agreed
hunt
too,
path. I've been waiting for this
It
entire
all
story.
comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
Just nod, March. Time for you to become the best swords master of the Express. Also the only sword master. Won't be a walk in the park, that's for sure. It's all up to you though. We'll go with the first one. We're gonna peer pressure her. You just got something new in the mail today? I don't know if I should ask, but I'm curious.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Was that ever a problem?
Never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General Huayan.
Great. Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation gift.
You're too kind. Wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
You got me.
General Huayan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about?
I know there's two marches. Which one do I shoot? Yanqing? No, there wasn't. I could have swore there was a chest over here.
I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world
How are we going to explain how March
and
becomes
I suddenly
imaginary?
become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
It makes sense for her to
Because
have the ice element.
General Huayan
But
wants
where
to
did she get
stick around on the
imaginary from?
Luofu for some time.
Because when she becomes Hunt, she's going to be Hunt imaginary. Why? But you're going to tell me about you. Oh, okay, you're going to give me story time in the chat? Go for it. But aren't we here to attend the ceremony anyway?
But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log were given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face. And he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yun Li into this. What began as a simple contest between two sword masters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache. My apologies. Truth be told,
good for you, Cameron.
I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. I apologize for not disclosing this information.
But the real
earlier.
question is, are you interested in Warhammer 40K?
In the coming weeks, I'll also invite
that's
all
where
of
everything
you
is
to a
birthed
meeting
from.
with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
hold up 1 second. I'm just curious, like, is Funkin' game like an actual game, or are you just using some slang? I'm an old man, so I'm not up to what the kids' lingos are nowadays. Oh, it is a rhythm game. Okay, cool. No worries answering a few questions. No big deal. Perhaps we should just pack up and leave tonight.
Did we do something wrong? We really did save the Lafu, so why do you want to sneak off like we're fugitives?
Don't worry. No matter what happens, I'll stay here as a witness and answer any questions she might have.
Thank you.
I just looked up
everyone.
Funkin' game. It looks a lot like an old-fashioned Newgrounds game.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but
I don't know if you're old enough to know what Newgrounds is.
as the lawful
I know it's still
ringmaster,
around, but
I won't let anyone defeat me in the
back
war
in the day,
dance.
Pico was pretty like famous on Newgrounds, and that's what the art style reminded me of when I looked up Funkin' game. Maybe you are an old
The
person.
illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General
Yukon, did you get more white in your hair?
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Isn't that like a weekend for
Yes.
people
Back
your race?
then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Law Fu's Rainbow Orbit fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying?
Yeah, those names
Really
bring back
does
a lot of
feel
memories.
like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Still stable, I suppose.
We don't know what's the matter with her,
Do you
though.
still remember the medic
Apparently
who
she's
saved
dying of
me in
something.
battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachio?
Those aren't even
Jiao
close.
Chou. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal? As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Lawfu?
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago.
It sounds like you're really trying to get me to stream this
the
game.
reports from the Lawfu
That's the
explain
vibe I'm
all
getting
the
from you.
details. We don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces. As you know,
Is that even allowed
the
for them
fugitive
to put
Jing
Hatsune
Liu,
Miku in there?
who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an Outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons.
Wait. Let me go back here. As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an Outworlder and a coffin. Let me get off of the Marshal a method to fight it. Okay, so they're talking about Luocha. But was it confirmed that Jing Liu was the one inside the coffin? I don't think it's been confirmed yet. I haven't read all the notes. I don't think I've read all the notes in the game. Like any side stuff. But what's in the coffin? We still don't know that. It's been, what, ever since 1.3? 1.2, 1.3, we've been wondering about that.
The Lawfu Preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lune to re-enter the Lawfu. thereby unlocking the luminescent depths within Scale Gorge waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Videodara's dutiful watch over the ambrosial arbor.
Now, I can tell that you really want me to look into this game. Even if I do look into the game, maybe it is pretty cool. I do have a lot of games on my plate for streaming. Outside of Honkai Star Rail. Still got ZZZ storylines, companion stories that I still haven't finished yet. Wuwa, I just did Chung Li story quest yesterday. Well, this morning, really. I'm not sure how many more story quests we're going to get with Wuwa for a bit. And I still need to finish the Elden Ring DLC, which I promised I would eventually do. So, if I ever consider trying out this one, it's going to be put on the back burner. Yeah, he seems to be really hyped up on it, though. I'm just saying.
It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Lawfu today. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark. Perhaps pretending you didn't hear any of this would be for the best.
Oh yeah, we started off
I
with
understand. I'm sorry.
I don't know if you
I was
recall
out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing Yuan right now, but well, you know how I am. The Lawfu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing.
They're trying to talk up the general, but he still
for
sucks.
a long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements. A moment that our adversaries relish.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose.
She looks more like a
visit
phoenix
Hule.
fox than a regular fox.
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin Warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
He's going to be the next weekly boss,
Usually,
isn't he?
only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat
Hank
the
Hill.
abominations,
I get it.
aiming to achieve justice
It
and
is a
free
pun.
their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the Shackling prison, facing unending retribution. Given the situation on the Lawfu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
I just do the monthly visit then. I mean, the guy's not going anywhere.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
She turned everybody into a science experiment. The crew are now giant bugs who eat cake. After a day of running around, you finally arrive at whatever that place is in for well-deserved rest. It's a petrichor. This night, your restlessness from the meeting in general and the bustling crowd before the war dance keeps you from falling asleep. Day 2. Can we level up March?
I'm still feeling sleepy. Did I oversleep? Where did March and Donhum go?
Do I have March's path? Is it already unlocked? I forget how to switch. Nope, nope. Switch option is not there. No boats, no sea. Those I could use a sea do ride a boat about now. That's a bit of a stretch. Not gonna lie. Oh, here they go.
There you are.
Why are you here, Yanqing? What kind of master waits on their apprentice's doorstep? March, show some respect to your master. Yeah, we're gonna be kind of a jerk. A car, maybe a Mercedes. I mean, I get you trying to say Mercedes. You don't need to put into parentheses. I got that part. Marcy. That doesn't work really. Mercedes. Marcy does. No. The fact that there's an O in the OS, this does not work. Good try though. Not really. Sorry, you can't lie.
It's an honor to learn from you, Master Yanqing.
It's gonna be weird hearing her say
In
that.
all those immersions and novels I watched, when apprentices want to pay their respects to their masters, they usually bring fancy gifts, kneel, and bow. I'm really sorry, but I haven't prepared anything yet. Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
This is, the first time someone has called me master. I need to, get used to it. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and strength. It's not a casual game you can master overnight. I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best. But if you break your master's rules...
What will you do? March is always a good girl.
Fine. A promise is a promise. Since I promised to study hard, I'll do my best starting today.
Great! That's the spirit.
March is in your hands now, Yanqing. Don't be too easy on her.
It's a bit of a dark
Don
one.
Hung, do you even have a heart? Did you lose it somewhere? By the way, where's Yunli?
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
Honestly, like, well, because I know about Kurt Cobain, I don't think he felt anything, really. Oh, wait, we're going to be playing as March now?
Seriously? It's the first day, and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back? So disappointing.
Master Yunli, you're already here. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Yeah, she's technically not from the Luofu.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret? That's sneaky.
I'm just showing you what Luofu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Luofu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining about Luofu swordplay then.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Ju-Ming swordmasters treat their apprentices. Quickly, over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you. I hope you put it to good use.
Oh, she actually got an outfit. Nice. How do you get her measurements?
What's this? Xianzhou clothing? It's so beautiful!
Sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movements. I even added some small accessories. I put a lot of thought into it.
You're awesome, Master Yunli!
See? See? How teach March 7th the essence of Juming swordplay, so she can win the contest with my sword skills.
Actually, I've prepared something too.
It's gonna be swords.
Huh? You have a gift for me too, Master Yanqing?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you, but I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner. I hope you like them, Miss March.
Thank you, Master Yanqing!
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you, Yun Li?
Oh my god. We're gonna have to deal with these two kids
The
the
real
entire
competition is just getting started.
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird?
time. The Napoleon one, that works better. But you need to work it into a joke. You simply can't say nipple.
So what do you think, masters?
Work it into a
Does this
sentence.
outfit suit me?
Perfect. I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful young swordswomen like you and me.
All right, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves with him.
Wait. We're having actual combat training for the first lesson? Isn't that a bit too intense?
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is see just how strong your fundamentals are. Come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements, so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
If you're ready, let's begin.
Okay.
Are we actually gonna play this, or we're gonna get a cutscene? Can I not move? Okay, my controller just... why does this game do this to me? There we go. Oh, we can't look at Story March? Okay, lame. What do you call sushi in the $250,000 car? What do you call sushi in a $250,000 car? Rolls Royce. I get it. I still feel like it could have been better delivered. Alright, I gotta stop thinking about that. Okay, let's go. Nope, not you.
All right, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves with him.
Peach blossoms and divine sword descend.
Nice. The thing about telling jokes is I learned that delivery is 90% of the joke. Even if you have a really great joke, if you fail in the delivery, it's not a good joke. But if you have a really bad joke, but have a really great delivery, then it's pretty funny. It's all about delivery. How can you get good delivery? I don't know. I'm not a comedian. I just know that you need good delivery.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. But please go easy on me.
Then I apologize in advance, Miss March.
I could take 10 of you.
No rush, Miss March. You're still inexperienced with the swords. Why don't you use your skill first and learn a few moves? Understood. Now I'll ask Master Yanqing to teach me some moves.
Please have some tea.
Pay close attention, Miss March.
Shifu's attacks can accumulate charge for Miss...
agile in your movements.
Okay, you're gonna stop talking? Okay. Shifu's attacks can accumulate charge for Miss March... For March 7th, and make her realize
the sword
powerful
is like
abilities.
Water. It cannot remain still.
First, I want to see your stats here. How does the story mode, Yanqing? I'm sorry. Wait. How big of a buff is March given? Okay, 10% speed buff. So Yanqing's, I think he has like 112 natural speed, so that'll be 11 speed. So he has a 44 speed. No, wait, what am I? So we'll say 11 speed. So he has a 44 plus speed with his equipment. Crit damage, I think I'm close to that crit damage. I have higher crit rate. So aside from the speed, my Yanqing isn't that far off.
Strike with heart. Right on time. Practice is over. Swords descend.
Ignore him. Strength is everything.
Strike!
Again. Yes, you like this?
Well done. Time for swordplay. Bladed flight. How many can you block?
Why'd I go again? Oh, that's because he's obscenely fast.
I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Strike with heart.
Oh, I get it.
And now she has in her hand. That felt like a lot of attacks needed to go out just so she could get her enhanced out.
With a true heart and focused mind, here I come.
Right on time.
Severing mountains. Yes, you.
Right on time.
Got one skill point. Murder you.
Practice is over. Swords
Murder this guy. Okay, even the story mode Yanqing's still pretty weak.
Descend to earth.
A one-time enemy. How many can you block? Strike with heart.
You'll make good practice.
Okay, let's see her ult. I want to do this in
Time to show you what I
normal
can
motion.
really do.
Why is she thinking of the dog? And bubble tea? What? Is that her? Okay.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. Watch this!
Okay, her little cheerleader pose at the end was
mumbling
really
about?
cute. But she hasn't actually gone through that training yet, has she?
Sword technique? Shouldn't I be saying something cool?
Slap! Time for swordplay. Bladed flight.
Awesome! Alright, check out this move.
That enhanced basic did a ton of that did more damage than Yanqing's ult.
I could take 10 of you. Yeah.
What are you made of? Practice
It's only
is
weak
over.
because he doesn't have to crit
Swords
bonus.
descend.
I didn't expect the first lesson to be so intense.
Yeah, I didn't know the instructor was going to bring
Miss
so many
March
buddies.
has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a perfect fit for practicing Lawfu swordplay.
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused. But don't worry, that's totally normal for beginners. Once she starts practicing Juming swordplay, she'll make heaps of progress.
Given the situation, I believe Miss March should start by working on her
Strength. Seriously, do you actually know anything about swordplay, or what?
I could ask you the same thing. Dual swords require agility. So what's more important than footwork?
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force. What
Really,
good
speed is
being
what's most
quick on your
important for
feet
swordplay.
if you don't have strength? It's not like we're dancing here.
I got that from the Count of Monte
Skilled
Cristo.
sword masters know how to play to their strengths and work on their weaknesses. Start with what you're good at, then tackle your weaknesses. That's the right way to learn.
You're quite the theorist, huh?
Theorist? You claim to be able to talk to swords. So what does that make you? A lunatic?
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing. Come on, calm down, masters. I'll have to improve both my footwork and strength anyway, so it doesn't matter which one comes first.
But it does matter. Just listen to me, March 7th.
Aww.
Oh wait, sorry, I forgot. Tusk begins the journey of March 7th. Whatchamacallit? Brand new path. Finally got it. Still doesn't make sense that she's imaginary. Yes, I know how to switch. I do this with the main character all the time. Light cone. All right. Things we're actually going to be using Don Han. We'll use subscribe for more. I think I had Misha holding this just for this. It increases her basic attack and skill damage. Yep, Misha. We don't use Misha. Misha's just kind of holding on to my garbage. Let's get all your traces, March.
You can never have enough skills. Let's train some more.
We'll unlock all the nodes, and then we'll start leveling up your actual abilities. Yeah, I spent like a couple weeks grinding for this stuff. And even then, I don't think I have enough to max everything out.
Skills. Let's train some more.
We at least got all the nodes. I want to max out our basic, I think. I think our basic's the most important. Ultimate might be pretty important. Let's get the skill up. See skill. Basic attacks. Erudition 100 equal to 12% of March. Okay, so this is just for extra buffing for the Shifu. But it doesn't, okay, increases toughness. So yeah, the skill works better on a DPS character. But if you're going to do DPS March, you're going to do it on a non-DPS character. I'm just going to start leveling these up equally until I run out of stuff. Alright, I think I could actually max the stuff out. I just need to use a synthesizer. See, where are they? Zip. Yeah, get 50 more of those. Now, get 114 more. No, 38 more of these. Will that be enough to max it out? No. But it'll be close. What happened to March? What happened to March? They gave me story mode March again. I wasn't done upgrading her. She doesn't have any of her relics. Oh well. Time marches on, and days turn to more.
Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going? As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to 2 Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance.
You can tell that this is the Yanqing's. Good night, Madre. That this is the Yanqing's training. Because, yeah, she's trying to balance on one foot, trying to be all, like, elegant. And Yunling is just, like, really grumpy back there. I'm pretty sure the next picture is going to be, like, March lifting weights or something, and then Yanqing's going to be the grumpy one.
One of them is Yanqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li, the granddaughter of General Hua Yan from the Xianzhou Juming. Both masters are super strict, giving me a real taste of how hard sword training can be. I tried to drag him into this, but he refused. Then I tried to rope Dan Heng in, but Master Yanqing wouldn't have it. Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my sword skills have improved a lot. Both
Wait,
my
we've been here
masters
doing-
think I have
we've been doing
unique
this for
talents in
weeks?
swordplay, and are literally fighting each other to teach me their skills. Thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off my skills and impress you all. Looking forward to your reply. Yours, March 7th.
Days and nights fly by to Delve as the war dance fast approaches. Under the strict supervision of the 2 masters, March 7th trains tirelessly, almost developing tennis elbow. On that day, after the sword training,
Well done.
let's see.
Let's call it a day.
What's a kidnapper's favorite pair of shoes? Let's see, it's Kicks, no, Nike, Reebok, Vans. That's a pretty good one. I like that.
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Maybe I have a chance of defeating my masters. Just watch, I'll win a fight when the time comes.
Just you wait and see. I'll show off my skills in the ring and win a match. I'll make both of you proud.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time. Now I understand why Grandpa always had a grin on his face while training me.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
You think free candy vans are bad? Free candy in general, I think is sketchy.
Oh, shut up!
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, masters.
Hold up, this one's a little bit of a worrying pun here. Well, black ambulances are the worst of the worst. I'm waiting for the pun here. I'm kind of worried where it's going. Or is this supposed to be a joke on oh, what is it? A hearse.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Xianzhou blades can improve your touch.
Oh, let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or maybe a flying sword?
Well, the thing is, there are no black ambulances. That's why I'm like trying to think that this is a joke of something. There's a legend saying that the black ambulance do the opposite to help people. A legend. There's a legend of a black ambulance. Where is this legend from?
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the sword master. Yanqing wields several flying swords, while I only wield one. But remember how I kicked his butt at the Alchemy Commission?
Okay, you're talking about like it's the black ambulance part that's getting me because ambulances aren't black. But if you're just talking about like the people who harvest organs, I don't think they'll be accuracy black. You know what? I'm not gonna bother getting into it.
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance. Deal?
March is horrified.
Why are you two arguing again? I thought things had been improving between you lately.
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Law Fu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up to train an apprentice of their own. Turns out, the rumors are true.
I'll keep that in mind, Cameron.
Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two be focusing on honing your skills instead of teaching swordplay here?
Oh, that's right. You're the pink-haired fox from the Yaoqing.
That's not pink hair. This is Mr. Zhao Qing. Chuckles, pink hair fox. Yeah, that's not pink hair.
What are you laughing at? You've got pink hair too.
No, she actually has pink hair.
I'm Zhao Cho, the healer working for the general of the Senzhou Yaoqing.
Ah, got it. So, you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf of the Yaoqing. And you were trying to sneak a peek at our training?
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know anything about martial arts. I'm just here on the general's orders to take care of some official business. I didn't mean to interrupt your training. I'll be on my way.
If you know nothing about martial arts, why were you smirking earlier?
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. When I heard Miss March's pondering about what to learn, I couldn't help but wander over. From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving knives are all just tools. Kind of like frying, sautéing, boiling, and deep frying in cooking. They're just ways for people to show off their skills.
But this guy, chef, I thought he was a painter.
How you use them really depends on the ingredients you're working with. It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural tendencies, with the right cooking method, by which I mean the teaching method that best suits her, she'll make double the progress in half the time. For example, golden eggplant tastes best when fried, cloud peppers when stir-fried, and yellow boulder beef when simmered. It's all about discovering the nature of the ingredients. I mean, apprentice.
I'm getting hungry.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
Aren't you a healer? Why are you talking about food?
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the Senzhou Yaoqing is called the Rancha School, that specializes in food therapy. So it's only natural that I know a thing or two about cooking.
So, you're the general's cook?
I'm a healer. But anyway, a cook who isn't interested in health doesn't make for a good advisor. Fine. Call me a cook if you want. Seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts. But, in reality, I know a thing or two about killing. After all, the art of healing inherently encompasses both life and death.
Why suddenly getting all serious with kids? Seems like he's just got offended.
Seriously? Trying to save face in front of kids? Ugh.
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
No?
This is called tumble dust, an extract from an exotic flower named Yabra.
Ugh, is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, making them painless throughout the entire process.
Why are you here?
However, increase the dose or the potency,
What's the
and
point
it'll
of this?
slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of all senses. Even long-life species cannot escape its effects. This thing can save lives or take them. It's more powerful than the swords in your hands.
That may be so, but still, I prefer settling things with a sword than, you know.
Huh.
No drugs?
Looks like I did get you all wrong. You're not a feeble scholar, but a sinister and despicable one.
That's still kind of feeble.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some medical knowledge here, not persuading you to poison anyone.
Seems like you get real excited when talking about poison. I can't tell if that's an honorable thing or sinister.
Picture this. 2 individuals. The one standing is full of malice. The other lying down is honorable and righteous. How can the one who's lying down label the one standing as sinister? In the throes of combat, where life and death hinge on a singular moment, every idea fades into nothingness. The only thing that matters is staying alive. Surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes, their significance is negligible.
Perhaps you've underestimated Yunli and me, Mr. Jiaoqiu. We may be young, but we've seen our fair share of war.
Well, then you should know that the war dance is nothing more than a contest. So why are you so focused on it?
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked the general, we Cloud Knights are supposed to charge into the fray and slay enemies. Why do we have to swing swords in a ring just to please an audience? And this is how the general replied. To unsheath your sword in a ring is no different than on the battlefield, as your sword reveals the might of all Cloud Knights. The war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue and forge alliances from all over the cosmos. When we unsheath the sword without drawing blood, we not only display our might, but also the martial virtue of the Cloud Knights.
That's quite an insightful statement, Yanqing. Well, my apologies for being so short-sighted. I've been on the Luofu for quite some time, but I haven't had the chance to see the ceremony venue for myself yet. Hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity. Would you mind showing me around?
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go! I bet Yunli and Miss March haven't seen it either, right? Well then, I'll give you all a tour.
Is this something that's going to happen in the background? And oh, okay, we're still using the story march.
Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the Sky Splitter.
I want to go at least until the point where I can start upgrading March again. Guess I still haven't given her relics.
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the Sky Splitter.
What's up, Mr. Jiaoqiu?
No, it's nothing.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter, the venue for the war dance ceremony.
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Luofu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until the war dance officially commences. Tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar, I'll be there representing the Cloud Knights of the Xianzhou Luofu, standing in the ring, ready to take on challengers from all over the cosmos. Since I was a kid, I've been training in swordplay and the art of war under the general. Every day, I'd swing my sword 10,000 times, and then thrust it 10,000 times, repeating the process over and over. I understand that I'm not like other kids. I never envied the toys and freedom they all had. I never found sword practice boring or hard. Even in the thick of battle, facing down savage abominations, I never felt scared. Each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and stronger, and I racked up countless victories.
Still weak.
It's the best feeling in the world. But then, I faced a really tough opponent. And just one slash shattered my confidence into 1,000 pieces. That's when I felt true fear for the first time. Maybe that's what Mr. Jiaoqiu meant by life and death hinge on a singular moment. Every idea fades into nothingness. After that, I had to pick up the pieces and try to put myself back together. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to find my old happy self again. I often ask myself, why do I wield my sword? If defeat is inevitable, why do I continue to fight? Is it to reclaim the joy of victory? To meet the general's expectations? Or to secure my honor among the Cloud Knights? While the general could teach me the art of swordplay, he couldn't teach me why I should keep on going. He said the reason must come from within myself. I've been struggling to find that reason.
Right, that's page 3. We got 15 more pages to go.
After talking with you, Mr. Jiaoqiu, I think I already have that reason in mind. As a member of the Cloud Knights and the General's apprentice, I've had a weight on my shoulders. And I know there's still more to shoulder. But when I wield my sword, it feels like I'm letting go of everything. I love the feeling of giving it my all. Facing any obstacle in front of me.
We already, you went through this already.
Forward. That's why I wield my sword.
Why does it sound like you're about to cry?
Oh, Yet-Ting. So young, yet so grown up. By the way, how old are you exactly?
Age doesn't really matter. All sword masters will understand how I feel.
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the Luofu live tough lives. So, how about you, Miss Yunli?
It's not polite to ask a girl her age, no matter which Xianzhou ship you're on.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking if you have a dream like Yanqing has.
You don't talk like a cook. You sound more like a TV host or something.
Need I repeat myself again? I'm a healer.
Well, I don't have a dream like Yanqing does. The only
How does
reason
that
I'm
ornament in the back of your head
participating in the
stick on there?
Ringmaster's Challenge is because I made a promise to my grandfather that I'd win the precious sword he's contributed to the war dance.
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled with swords.
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind. My father was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming. Because of his foolishness, many innocent people fell victim to the cursed swords he forged.
Now she's
Since
doing
I
the
was a
wavering
kid,
voice.
It's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. Giving them a sword is no different than being cruel to the innocent. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I can't help but want to take it away from them. Given that Yanqing is the war dance ringmaster, I'm stepping up to challenge him. To ensure the precious sword doesn't fall into the hands of an unworthy master.
Hey, what do you mean by an unworthy master?
I see. It's not easy for kids on the Juming either. Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused. I've saved countless Cloud Knights in my life, and there are plenty of exceptional warriors, just like the two of you.
What happened, Mr. Zhao Cho?
Oh, nothing. I was just reminded of some old friends.
Oh, please,
Old
take 5
tales.
more minutes to tell us about it.
Judging from my professional perspective as a healer, both of you possess remarkable vitality. Your energies flow like raging fires and mighty gales. The upcoming fight will definitely be impressive. Well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and toured the Stargazer Navalia. I guess it's time to say goodbye for now.
What? You're leaving already? But you haven't asked me about my dreams. I've been working hard too, you know.
It's getting late, Miss March. Unlike you lot, I'm a grown-up bound by responsibilities and duties. The tasks entrusted to me by the General won't complete themselves. By the way, Yanqing, is it
March's
normal to
motivations are
have
probably
so
the only
many
ones I'm
people
actually
wandering
interested in out
around
of
in
this
an
group.
automated area like the Stargazer Navalia?
Actually, this is a restricted area. But since you're all guests, I made an exception, so you could take a look around.
I understand. Well, I'll take my leave. I wish you both the best of luck in the ring tomorrow.
Zhao Qi waves and then leaves.
Seriously? I just spent so much time thinking about my dream, but he didn't even ask me.
You're gonna tell us anyway?
Now that we're done with our tour of the Sky Splitter,
Guess not.
shall we continue with our training?
Why don't we take a day off?
What? You want to secretly practice swordplay by yourself? Dream on.
You know cramming before a fight never works out. For some reason, seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my confidence. So, I've decided to conserve my strength for tomorrow. All right. I'll take you out of the Stargazer Navalia.
Wait. Is there actually gonna be a skift over there? Someone's gonna pop up? Can't change.
Oh, just shut up, Red Fang. This is not a beast ship. I need some time to take care of things.
You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause. And now you're telling me you can't handle it? Do you realize how many ships we need?
I'm doing my best, all right? It takes time to figure all this out.
When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it.
That'll be our only chance.
Alright, what are you guys scheming?
Who's there?
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Navalia? And a bunch of kids at that.
Hey, kids. Didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do what you want.
I'll take the little ones away right now. Where are you going, kid? I'll take the little ones away.
Sorry. I'll take the little ones away right now.
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Plains.
Catch on.
Everhunt Plains? Yeah, sure. Big sis will take you there.
Shuha! You should have let me. Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
Why didn't we just attack him?
Could you repeat what you just said, Yenching?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Plains.
Come on. Can't you read the room? Something is definitely off about the 3 people we just met.
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just wanted to hear you say it again. That pink-haired fox tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint. But you didn't seem to be paying attention at all.
I knew that from the beginning.
That Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yanqing. Looks like they were tampering with the Starskiff production line, huh?
They said they were doing an overhaul, but it looked like they had no idea how to operate the Starskiff production line, right?
And it's suspicious how they suddenly finished their overhaul and walked away as soon as they laid eyes on us.
A Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and a craftsman. They're from various departments, and the reason for the overhaul seems legit. But one of them blurted out some weird language just now. Did you hear that? I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll definitely catch these guys in the act. Follow my lead, and be careful not to blow our cover.
I'm gonna need to call a stream soon, but I want to keep going until...
Who they are. Let's just film them.
Until we get out of the story mode for March. Take a photo. I know how to take photos. Wait, what? Take a clear photo of evidence. What evidence? Oh, you just wanted me to zoom in.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Just dump them into one and no one will notice.
Cut the theatrics, Grulok. Even the slightest slip-up could interfere with Lord Moktok's plans.
So where are we
Trying
heading
to get
next?
a lisp there, aren't you, buddy?
To check the freight skiffs. We've got a lot of preparations to do. Also, don't forget to take those crates with you. Weapons, supplies. We've got to be well prepared. Otherwise, we're screwed.
So, are they smugglers? What exactly are they up to?
I have no clue. they seem to be moving those crates. I've got an idea. We can hide inside the crates and follow them.
What if we go in the wrong one and we go to a completely different spot?
Ugh, so cramped in here. Ugh, I can hardly breathe.
Just hang in there.
You hear footsteps pacing back and forth beside the crate. If someone were to open the crate at that moment, they will certainly catch you in your ridiculous hiding position. Fortunately, that doesn't happen. The floating mechanism at the bottom of the crate is activated. You feel it begins to drift slowly forward. After what feels like an entire amber era of holding breath in silence, you heard the sound of the crate touching down.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? Then we'll move on to inspect the ships. Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done, we're to board the freight skiff and leave this place.
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule. You two, come with me.
Is it just me? I keep smelling that stench of lowly beasts everywhere we go.
Don't be so paranoid.
The departing footsteps sound like a signal, prompting you to breathe a sigh of relief.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiffs in Stargazer Navalia. They keep talking about their plans, but where do they come from? And what do they want to do on the Xianzhou?
They're definitely up to something bad. Wait, they disappeared. Let's catch up to them.
Tread softly, breathe quietly, and make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity.
But there seems to be a legit guard over there. Oh no, okay, no, it was just that guy. Because they didn't start together, so I thought they might have been separate.
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get over here! Shuhard, I'm coming!
Oh, we locked out, I guess.
They're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly!
We're good. We're good.
What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms, but I'm pretty sure they're not members of the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, or the Cloud Knights. This is way too suspicious.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything bad, we'll have solid evidence against them.
Easy
Look
peasy.
at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. I'll let the others know and have them prepare more star skiffs. Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us. Lord Moktok is ready. The revival of our ancient bloodline all hinges on this operation.
They're trying to make a jailbreak for that one guy that's in the shackled prison.
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's there?
It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Borison?
Adusa! Die, you lowly beasts!
We're gonna go break effect on this one.
Nice job!
We don't have any sustain.
I'll catch up.
Not very sportsmanlike.
Let's improvise. The mood is set. Let the show begin.
Yeah, this is bad. You got no sustain. Oh boy. See if we can freeze you.
Bladed flight!
Nope.
Swords descend!
No interest in conflict.
You'll make good practice.
I'll catch up. Did the rhythm get messed up? Dreams do come true.
Too late to repent. The truth of
Break him.
life
We
and
still got
death.
Super Ray going.
Reveal the sanctuary.
We gotta kill him before they get a chance to attack again.
How many can you block?
Can we at least freeze you?
Strike with heart!
I could
Okay,
take
no, we
10
just
of
killed
you.
you. Nice.
Take your positions. Let's improvise.
I was hoping we get
How
these
is
three.
this possible? How did these Foxians change their appearances like that?
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borisin, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Okay, so how did they change their form?
Wait, that means...
The Borisans have infiltrated the Zhangzhou.
Well, how did the Borisin manage to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance to be indistinguishable from Foxians.
Does Sparkle have a hand in this?
They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borisin prisoners. If they can forge official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion... Oh no, this is bad.
Even worse. If you find one cockroach on the Express, it usually means...
There's a nest.
There are more Borisin hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
Meanwhile, on the seat of Divine Foresight. Okay, wait. Up. We can upgrade her. Right? Yep. We're gonna call it a night there. We will continue the story tomorrow. I got work early. We'll finish up this storyline. We'll do whatever event with March.
Let me see.
And then we'll do the other companion missions in Zenless Zone Zero. We got at least 2 of them. And then we might return to Elden Ring DLC, depending if we get any more content for Wuwa, or ZZZ, or more HSR stuff. HSR, we just got the patch, so I doubt we're going to get more stuff from them anytime soon. ZZZ, we might get something soon. Wuwa, we just got the channeling thing, but we do have a... Anyway, we'll figure it out later. I gotta go to bed. Hope you guys enjoyed. Later.